What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to compare the Hellcat Pro to the original Hellcat. I just bought this one, so I wanted to kind of do a quick comparison and show you guys a few differences. So let's jump into it. Now, I've had the Hellcat for quite a while now, put quite a few rounds through it, done a few mods to it. I love this gun. It's a great gun, easy to shoot, fun to shoot. Honestly, I'd prefer this over a SIG P365 or something like that. Similar, in my eyes, it's similar to my 43X as far as shooting it and snappiness. Which I love that 43X, but I love this gun. I just picked up the Hellcat Pro a little while ago. Now, mind you, none of the stuff you see on this channel up until this point have I gotten for free. Everything that I have, that I've done a video on, anything I've purchased with my own money. If that changes in the future, I'll be sure to let you guys know, but I have never gotten anything for free, and any reviews I've done have been my own opinion and things that I have spent my money on. But today I wanted to compare these two. When the Pro came out, I really liked the thought of it, really liked the look of it, obviously. I love the regular Hellcat, so I wanted to get one. Now, there's a few differences between the two, and they're not that big. Everything is pretty much the same. Sights are the same, barrels made out of the same stuff, same trigger, same internals, everything is the same other than your grip length. The grip length is longer, so a 15 round magazine is flush fit on this gun, whereas on this Hellcat you have to have an extension on the magazine for a 15 round. Also, on the Pro, the barrel is 0.7 inches longer. Now, side by side, honestly looks like about a half an inch longer. With the 15 round mag in, they're identical in height pretty much. But there are a few benefits to the Pro versus the regular Hellcat. Now, in my opinion, they're both easy to conceal. They're both an excellent gun. I love the Springfield stuff. If you haven't had a Springfield, shot a Springfield, whatever, I suggest you try it, because these are, in my opinion, the Springfield makes a good gun. Now, the things that I do like, the main thing that I like about this Hellcat Pro is the longer grip. Now, a lot of people say, oh, longer grip, you can't conceal it as easily, all that stuff. In my opinion, yeah, the grip adds to that, but if I'm concealing a gun, the biggest thing I look for is barrel length. If you're carrying inside the waistband, everybody says you can hide as much barrel. You can have a 6-7 inch barrel if you wanted and still be able to conceal it. But personally, I hate when it has a longer barrel, when it's digging in when you sit down or drive a car or go out to dinner or whatever the case is. I hate when it has a longer barrel and it digs in. Longer grip, I can take it, slide it towards the middle of my body a little bit more. If I'm carrying appendix, is what I'm talking about. Slide it towards my body a little more so it's kind of on the front instead of cheated off to the side, and I can hide that grip fairly easy. Now, the reason I like the longer grip on this Hellcat Pro versus just running the regular Hellcat with this extension is the way it feels in the hand. Yeah, it's got the exact same grip, same texture, same everything, but you can get your hand on that Yeah, I know you can say, oh, with that 15 round extension on the regular Hellcat, you can get your hand on it also. But one thing I hate is feeling that movement, just that little movement in the magazine, especially with magazines like this, you know, on these smaller guns where, yeah, you buy a small gun so you can conceal it, but then you go out and buy the extended magazine so it turns it into a bigger gun anyway. And I hate that movement. I hate when you pull that gun out, if you've practiced dry firing or whatever, just that little bit of movement in my hand, for some reason, I don't like it. Which is why I think that's a big deal with the Pro. You can get your hand on that, get a nice purchase on it. The magazine is flush. Like I said, everything else is the same sights, same design, same cuts on the slide, everything. The Pros all come optics ready. So I do have one of those new Holosun EPS carries coming for this. I'll make sure I do a video on that, install video or whatnot, once I get that, and show you guys how to do that. Another thing with these Hellcats, Springfield says that this rail is not proprietary, that it's not specific, you don't have to buy a special light for it, which is kind of true, kind of not. So typically handguns, kind of the standard is a Picatinny rail on the bottom, like this FN has. I don't know if you can see that, if my camera will focus. But this Picatinny rail, you can pretty much put whatever light on it you want. Every light that's made comes with a pick attachment. Now these Hellcats are almost more like a Glock. They have a kind of a thinner, narrower rail section. Let's see if I can get the camera to focus on these two side by side. You can see that the rail sections are further spaced apart than the Picatinny rail, and they're thinner. The recesses are not as wide as the pick rail. So what I've found, and I found this out when I was searching for a light for this regular Hellcat, I used the Glock insert for an O-light. The O-lights came with different inserts for the Picatinny rail or for the Glock style rail, and I used the Glock one for my regular Hellcat. And it works fine. I got a holster for it. It works fine. Now I'm probably going to have to do the same thing with this unless I get a specific, like a, you know, Surefire sub or something like that, specific for this gun. Also, the Pro model comes with 2 slots in that dust cover for accessories, where the regular Hellcat just comes with 1. My regular Hellcat, I have put a red dot on it, done an Apex trigger kit on it, and also have that 15 round magazine. Now, out of the box, these things are both awesome. This is been my main carry gun for the past, I don't know, year or so probably. It's the one I gravitate to. It's comfortable when I'm wearing it, small enough. And then I bought the Pro version. Now I just got this the other day. I bought this on their Gear Up deal, so it came with a range bag and extra magazines and stuff like that, which is kind of cool that they do that. But I haven't got this to the range yet or anything. This is kind of just out of the box, first impression, compare it to the Hellcat that I already have. I have this minimalist holster that I bought the same day that I bought my other Hellcat. I just wanted something that I could carry it, and while I decided on what actual holster I wanted, this was cheap at Sportsman's. It's just, I don't even know the brand, but it's called a minimalist holster. The barrel doesn't go in it or anything, but this Pro fits in that. It covers the trigger and stuff, but it's not fully enclosed. This holster is very comfortable. Honestly, if I wasn't running a light, I would run this holster all the time. The only downside to this holster is you've kind of got to work a little bit when it's in your pants to reholster the gun. It's easy to draw and stuff like that, but to reholster it, since the top is open, it's kind of a pain to reholster it. But carrying it, the most comfortable that I've worn. But yeah, the Hellcat Pro fits in that holster that's made for the Hellcat. So those are kind of first impressions. You know, after I swapped out the trigger on my original Hellcat going to this one, the feel, I don't know, maybe I'm just a trigger snob. I like a nice trigger. The feel of that Apex trigger is a lot better than the factory trigger, and most of my guns, that's one of the first things I do is throw a trigger in it. So I'm sure I'll do the same on this. I'll probably put a trigger in this. Like I said, I got a red dot coming. My original Hellcat, I have the Romeo 0 on it just because it was a direct mount right on there and you can co-witness with it. But I decided to try out the new Holosun EPS carry on the Hellcat Pro. So it's on its way. It should be here within the week. I bought it and an optic plate so it'll mount on there. So I'll make sure I update you guys with another video in the future. But those are just a couple comparisons between the two. I'm sure you've seen the Pro. All the big channels I'm sure have done videos on it. They usually get that kind of stuff for free. They get them sent out to them, but I just got my hands on one, so I wanted to do a video for you guys and give you kind of a quick comparison video between the original Hellcat and the Pro version. So I hope you guys liked it. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button, and we'll check you guys on the next one.